Good evening, class. I hope this week is serving you well and that you all had a wonderful Easter holiday. This week, we are held to translating one of our core values, diversity. So, not only is it our responsibility as nurses, but it is imperative as nurses that we hold ourselves accountable for developing an identity within our nursing roles that remains unlimited, unbiased, and pliable. It is important that our roles as nurses include the capacity to serve individuals and communities that are multifaceted and unique. There are a multitude of definitions of diversity that would be more than suitable to correlate with what it is that we do each and every time that we put on our nursing hats. Merriam-Webster, no date, defines diversity as the inclusion of people of different races, cultures, etc., in a group or organization. The Oxford English Dictionary, Cervez et al., 2022, defines diversity as the practice or quality of including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds and of different genders, sexual orientations, etc. And our course syllabus communicates that a nurse expresses diversity within his or her professional identity when he or she understands and incorporates the multiple influences of culture, ethnicity, age, and gender in a way that he or she assesses and implements care. Personally, this word diversity is singular, and this is why. Growing up in a very small town, Parkersburg, West Virginia, where you and your family are one of the very few Black families around, was quite a peculiar experience. And my experience has often left a sentiment of not feeling worthy. I recall so many times as a child being the target of racial slurs, and it was comical because I was much more fair-skinned than my mother and even my siblings. I also recall many times my mother getting treated poorly, being the only Black woman at many of my sporting events, often being ignored, being given dirty looks by other mothers. It was awful. Diversity to me in my younger years was a very unfair social construct. I was incapable of grasping why my family's differences couldn't be embraced, or why so many of my experiences were void of empathy and compassion simply because the color of our skin and because of what it is that we had or didn't have. Diversity, however, is much more comprehensive and complex than even my own experiences. Historically, bias has proven to be unforgiving to not only race, but gender identity, ability, ethnicity, sexual identity, creed, socioeconomic background, age, education level, and even geographic location. Cervez et al., 2022. Ortega et al., 2024, reminds us that understanding the past, how it shapes modern practice and inequalities in the marginalized members of our community, can promote efforts at addressing those equalities. Did you know that despite the lack of biological differences, Black and Hispanic Americans face higher rates in chronic illness? Minorities have higher uninsured rates, increasing the risk of their health status. Black infant mortality rates are twice as high as white infants. And Black women are 3 times as likely to die during pregnancy than white women. Ortega 2024. These statistics are significant. So, what is it that we as nurses do to impact change or promote change? I believe that we cultivate change by being diligent with cultural proficiency, by being cognizant of one's experiences and how those experiences shape decision making. It is then we can improve the well-being of our patients. When you actively access knowledge and value differences, you have the power to cater to the needs of the unique individuals that we care for. An open, diverse mindset improves communication and allows us to connect with a broader patient base. Generation 2023 reiterates that diversity, in essence, promotes a holistic, inclusive approach to improving health outcomes and reducing health disparities. Thank you all for what it is that you do and for watching my posts.